Now the next exercise is the body weight squat. When done correctly, this works the entire lower body, including the legs, the calves, and the butt. In order to do this correctly, you're going to start off with your feet shoulder width apart. Your toes are going to be pointed out slightly. You're going to start off by throwing your hips backwards, hinging at the hip, and bending the knees. As you descend, you're going to keep your knees behind your toes. You're going to inhale. You're going to keep your abs tight and your back straight. And as you get to the bottom of your squat, you're going to be pushing your knees outward so they're tracking in alignment with your toes. As you ascend, you're going to exhale, throw the hips forward, come to a complete standing position, squeeze the butt, and breathe out. Now you generally see a lot of deviations with the squat. Here are some to avoid. The first deviation that you want to avoid is losing your neutral spine alignment. As you can see, Pat's chest is now facing toward the floor. You always want to make sure to keep your chest up and squeeze your abs to protect your spine. The next one is knee collapsing. This is where you don't use your butt to push your knees out on the way down. Make sure as you're coming down, you're pushing your knees outward and squeezing your butt. Next, we have our feet a little bit too wide, and this is a frontal view of leaning too far forward and not keeping the chest up. And finally, standing with your feet too close together, which forces your knees over your toes. So you want to keep note of all of these deviations. Here's one more good example of the squat. Feet shoulder width apart, toes pointed forward. Throw the hips back. You're going to inhale on the way down. You're going to exhale on the way up. You're going to squeeze the butt. Remember, when you're at the bottom, you're pushing your knees out so they're tracking over your toes. Now, for those of you that have knee injuries and are unable to do a standing squat, a starting variation can be the hip raise, which you'll see a lot of people do in our workout videos as a modification for the regular squat. Don't be afraid to start off with a hip raise. That'll definitely build strength in the butt, and at the very least, that'll help you to prevent knee collapsing.